Welcome to all. This class is extension of the previous class. I think 68, lecture 68, class number 200 something, I forgot now. Now, I will tell you what is this class. See, question 32, A, B, C, D, E I will write here with the red color. All are over already. Everything is explained very thoroughly and principles are told. There, 1 minute, I will start. And one more thing, this class you go through only if you want to understand more, or if you want to increase your level of knowledge or that thinking capacity. You see, that thinking capacity, something observation, curiosity. If it is there, go through. Otherwise, skip it, not required. So finally, I will tell this class purpose is for those who want to understand more or people who will tell something is not possible, I will make it possible. Okay, see. 32 question A, B, C. A is like this. Dimension I won't write. See, here you write the A, B, C. Write all the three here. See, this is 300. Other dimensions are not required. 300 millimeter. See here. You write these three questions first. Then write divide into two. One rectangle, one right angle triangle. One rectangle, right angle triangle. Here, divide into a rectangle and isosceles triangle. See, if it is isosceles triangle, there is no problem. See, moment of inertia about this axis and this axis. If you remember, BH cube by 36 and this axis, HB cube by 48. I all told it. So these three everywhere divide into two parts. Rectangle, triangle, two parts, rectangle, triangle, two parts, rectangle, triangle. Okay. Then I will then come to question number 32. Same question number 32. Question 32. D and E. D and E. See, D is like this. Roughly I will write. Out of scale, this way. E is, see, I put E here. E here. Okay. That's okay. Out of scale, this way. Now, here, this is 210. I now remember the answer. 210 up to here. This is 90. The total base is 300. Here, 1 minute. Check the camera once. Safer side. Actually, no problem, I think. Okay, no problem. Here, 32E is, this is 300. This is 90. Interchange. 210. Okay. Height I don't want. Height not required. See, here. Make a note. First you write these two sketches. Then write first. If you divide into two parts, see, make a note. Divide into two parts like this. You will, for both the cases, see, you write this is part 1 and part 2. Part 1 and part 2. Here also, part 1 and part 2. Then, what happens is, one of them is a rectangle. Absolutely no problem. See, G1 here. Other is not a right angle triangle. Also, not isosceles triangle. It is triangle in general. Means, these two are different. Here, see, centroid will be somewhere here. Its own centroid is somewhere this side, centroid is somewhere this side. There is no problem for moment of inertia about this axis because base is 300. Height is, I think, 240 height. Okay, height is 240. So, base into height cube by 36 when the base comes to the edge. But when you want I about, see, centroid is here. see this axis, no problem. I wrote here, see, I BH cube by 36 later. Here also, see, I about this axis, there is no problem. Again, you can write BH cube by 36 means 300 into 240 cube divided by 36. But when you want I about this axis, see, centroidal axis, problem comes. See, I wrote here, this I is question mark, I will explain later. Because if it is isosceles triangle, then HB cube by 48, no problem. Right angle triangle, absolutely no problem. But here, therefore, this has got a problem. See, about XX, there is this horizontal centroidal axis, no problem. But vertical centroidal axis problem. This distance is known for you. Formula is there. See, B plus B1 by 3 from here, or B plus B1, B2 by 3 from that side. That all I explain. I will explain once again. Therefore, these two questions, if you divide into two parts, one rectangle and one triangle, that triangle is not right angle triangle and also not isosceles triangle. Is a triangle in general. Difficulty or problem for moment of inertia, see, about one of the centroidal axis, which is perpendicular to the base. The centroidal axis parallel to base is no problem, BH cube by 36. But centroidal axis perpendicular to base, this I is problem. Therefore, you make a note here. Therefore, the best option, this is already over in last class. Best option is question number D. That question number D. Best option is, see, this is the best option. Okay. Okay, sometime problem. Is divide into three parts. 1, 2, 3. One rectangle. 2 and 1 is a rectangle. 2 and 3 are right angle triangle. Very, very happy. Do that way. What I am going to tell today, never do it. I told this is only for finer point. People, because I will tell the reason why it is that way. Okay. Same thing for question number this also. See. Okay. Same thing here also. 3 parts. Even question number E also same way. See. Part 1, part 2, part 3. And now your centroid is here. Now moment of inertia, no problem. Right angle triangle. See, any centroidal axis, moment of inertia is the parallel one into perpendicular cube by 36. Therefore, the best option is for question number 32D and E, which I wrote using red color, divide into 3 parts. That's the best solution. Then someone will tell, sir, this already you told last time. Why are you telling once again? Reason is there. Okay, now reason is there. Extended class. Now, it so happened, long back, someone asked me, can you solve the question? See, when you get a right angle triangle, okay. When you get a isosceles triangle, no problem. If you get a triangle in general, centroid, there is no problem because this way 1/3, this way, B plus B1 by 3 here, B plus B2 by 3 there. Formula is there. Then moment of inertia is there. Cannot we take single triangle? I told the person. I told earlier also, you better ask, he should ask me, can you take one single triangle? Answer is yes, I can take one rectangle and one single triangle. But if the question is, if you are asking me, can I take, that is he, then I will tell you better not take it. Not advisable. you have not reached the stage to understand all those concepts. So now I will tell you today, extended class, this class, I will explain, I will solve question number 32D. 32D. Of course, E not required. Once you solve D, E also you can solve same way. One is sufficient to understand. Then lastly I will tell, better not do it. People will agree with me. D by dividing into only two parts. Only two parts. Actually remember, if the moment of inertia is required about the x-axis, you can do easily two parts. Problem is for y. Only two parts. One rectangle, see, as shown, two parts, as shown, side by side, as shown, one rectangle, two is a triangle. See, I'll tell you two parts, where one is the rectangle, two is the full triangle, single as it is, that is base of 300, height of 240, with offset of 210 and 90 for this question. Next question, 90 and 210. Okay, I'll solve. But remember, there is problem. Confusion will come. Now, one more thing. Actually, yesterday, previous class, after finishing 32D, before going to 32E, I told something there. Now I will tell you something. I will pause the recording. I paused because to clear the space here. Then I came back there and did this one by considering only two parts. I solved there, but I solved high speed. High speed. I told you will have difficulty to understand, but it is possible to solve. But I told better not solve. I also told, see, why I am solving, because when you are learning from me, you should know how much I can solve or my capacity. It is not for self-boosting. See, once you know the person who is teaching has got very good knowledge, then you silently study from him. Whatever he tells, you will follow. So that feeling will come to you. Oh, this person knows everything. Therefore, I will learn from him. Our knowledge will increase. That feeling will come. Therefore, for that purpose. I also told one more thing there. But I never come to the class with the written statement. See, I never teach like this. Have something. Then what will happen? People will start thinking, he himself has got doubt. He is referring a paper. Then what he is teaching us, that feeling will come. Therefore, I always come here, see, just a pen and calculator. That's all. Sometimes I write earlier to save the time, that's all. Okay, now, my purpose is, then after everything is over, I went through it. Then I decided, if I uploaded that class, extended, actually it was extended there, I inserted class. Some people will tell, hey, this person won't tell something and which I can't make out anything, and he is telling it just to show that he knows it. Okay, then I decided, no. What knowledge I have got, I should share with you. I decided. See, it is not the question of showing you what level I am having, and then I will tell you can't understand this one. Not that way. I want my knowledge to spread. If somebody learns and comes equal to me, or if possibly above me also, if he learns from me, I'll be happy, I'll be proud. I can tell. Suppose he tells tomorrow, someone, he or she will tell, sir, I am better than you. Okay, but remember, once upon a time I was teaching you, remember that one. So, see, if a student overtakes his teacher, it is a proud for teacher. Hope that day will come. But I have to wait. Now, see. So, this extra thing I told. Now, I will solve this question by taking two parts. See, 1 minute. Let's start. See, solution for, I told you, question 32D. D, red color. only two parts. But it is actually asking for trouble, don't do it. Only thing is I want to explain. Okay, now, see, first of all, see, this base, now I write the base here. This base is 300. I had to fill the ink little because pen became little dry now. Not dry, ink shortage, 300. This is 250. Okay, now, this triangle, see, I have shown single triangle. Here not, see, rectangle is full. Why confusion? I am taking single triangle means I am not dividing into two parts. Remember, as it is I am taking. Then make a note. First of all, make a note. This centroid G1, everybody knows 300 means 300 by 2, 300 by 2. 250 means 250 by 2, 250 by 2. This should have come little less downside. I don't know why I shifted so much up because I first took it somewhere upper level, then I forgot to change it. Okay. G2, I'll mark here. 240, 1, 2. Okay. G2. This is your G2. I'll put G2 here. See? G2 here. This is G2. Now, this G2 is, see, for the base here, this is the height. Along the height, 1 by 3, 2 by 3. See, I wrote here, see, only for, see, consider only the two parts, separately consider it, outside, preparation for the trouble. Full triangle I am taking, see, only for two, that is single triangle of base 300 and height 240, G2 is here, this is 1 by 3, this is 2 by 3 of 240. See, I written here, 1/3 of 240, 2/3 of 240. So, remember, 80 and 160. Remember it now. Then, this way centroid, where? See, I told you long back, this way centroid, if you want, if it is like this, if the full base is B, if this is B1, if this is B2, then I told you centroid will be that side where area is more, this side more area, centroid is here. See, you make a note. Then that distance of centroid from here will be full base B plus this cut distance B1 by 3. If you want from here, it is full base B plus this cut distance B2 divided by 3. Centroid comes here if B1 is more than B2. If B2 is more than B1, see, it will come here, this side. But this formula will remain same. So, for now do one thing, come here. For this distance CG, see, from here distance is full base 300 plus. From here up to here, cut base, see, full base 300 plus. From here up to here, up to that, where highest point, or if I project the perpendicular here, this one, full base 300 plus 210 divided by 3. 300 plus 210 is 510 by 3 is 170. When I selected the question, I saw that decimals are not coming. This is to understand. And if you want distance from centroid here, for the full triangle from there, it is full base 300 plus this is 90 by 3 is 130. See, this is 210, this is 170, comes little before. This is 90, this is 130. And now, see, one more thing I will tell you. This is centroid for that full triangle. If you want moment of inertia about this axis, it is parallel to the base. Therefore, very happy case. Remember, make a note, BH cube by 36. Yes, that is 300 into 240 cube by 36. But, right here, but, red color, you write here. But, if you want moment of inertia about this center of the axis, oh, problem. Right here, no formula, No standard expression, complication, so difficulty is there, confusion is there, etc. etc. You write, see, I am telling here, question mark means problem is there for not for me. I have no problem. That's why I am solving the question. Problem is there, confusion is there, complications. Therefore, better not do it. Better not. Therefore, drop the idea of single triangle. Therefore, go for what? Now only drop the idea. Therefore, drop the idea. 1, 2, 3, right angle triangle. Very, very happy case. Happy case. And that's what I did in the previous class. That is what I did in the previous class. Question over. But now I will continue. Suppose problem is there. If you are willing to take the problem, if you are willing to take a chance, or if you want to really understand little more concept, see, more concept, more idea, it will sharpen the knowledge level. Then I will solve it now for this one. But I'll do one thing now, I'll remove all this. I will first try to save the time. X bar, Y bar calculation, I will first write and then start. So, time saving. Now we will continue. Actually, I slightly moved the camera. Some problem is there. So maybe this is not visible. I'll write here 210 and 90. So that now it is visible. Just 1 minute. Because I slightly moved the camera so that space problem is there. Okay, now okay. Now see. Remember, those who want to really learn everything you have to go through. To locate centroid G for the entire 1 and 2 together, 1 is a rectangle, 2 is full triangle. X bar, Y bar to be calculated. Reference OX, reference OY. These all, if I explain, it is a waste of time. Start. X bar from OY. A1, X1, A2, X2 divided by total area. A1. 300 into 250 into 300 by 2 plus half the full area. Half into 300 into 240 is the full area into this distance is 300 plus 210 divided by 3. That is your how much? 170 I told. But write that way only. B plus B1 divided by 3 divided by A1 plus A2. You get X bar. Y bar, A1, Y1, this area into half of 250. This area into, see, Y bar there is no problem. This area into CG is at, see, 1/3, 2/3. See, along the height 1/3, 2/3, along the base is the problem. So it is Y2 is 250 plus 1/3 of 240 divided by total area. Space is not there. I wrote the answer here. Okay, now come back. Locate. See, from here X bar 156.486. Here to here is 150. So little more. But here to here is 170. So it is somewhere here. See, exact scale is not possible. Okay, I will shift the G1 slightly this side. A G1 come this side. Little out of scale. Okay, no problem. This is your YY axis. G1 is slightly this side. Y, see how much is distance? This is 156.486. From here, subtract. I already noted down 143. This already you got last time. 143.514. G1 is slightly this side. See. Okay, ink. I put little more ink there, so ink is flowing. Okay, 1 minute. I will mark the G1. See, this is 156. G1 is at 150. Okay, this is G1. Almost center, okay, agree. What to do now? I should have taken little out of scale because some will tell surely. Sir, this looks bigger. Okay, no problem. If you give important such small matters, see now I can't change the sketch. 300 by 2 is 150. This is your G1. Okay. Now, Y bar 191. This is very easy. 125, 191 is here. X axis. From here, 191.486. From the top extreme end, see, from the top extreme, if you mark, this distance will be 298.514. 298.514 from that side. 514. 298.514. Okay. Now, this is centroid marking. This is centroid G for the entire lamina or entire figure. Okay, now remember, this is centroid for rectangle. This is centroid for the entire triangle. Entire triangle, no two parts. Okay, now this all I will remove. This also I will remove. Now first I will write I about x-axis. See, remember, now write calculation of moment of inertia. Calculation of your usual Ixx and Iyy. Right, parallel axis theorem. I about, you should write, why should I waste time? By parallel axis theorem, I about any axis, this is very important, equal to, see, very important now, Ig plus A, area, bracket, there is no place to put a bracket here, okay, A into the most powerful term, H square, right, neatly this form, right, meaning I about its own centroidal axis parallel to the required axis. Area of the part considered, H, perpendicular distance from the centroid of the part considered or component considered to the required axis. This all I told you, start now. I will write Ixx first. There is nothing in Ixx, see. Ixx equal to, start first here, come here. I about its own centroidal axis, see. 300 into 250 cube divided by 12 Ig plus area. 300 into 250 is the area into from centroid to xx. This distance square is 191.486 minus, see, this from here to here is 191.1 minus half of 250. 250 by 2 whole square over. This is for rectangle. Now, triangle also no problem. If you want xx here, come to centroid. I about its own centroidal axis, this way, parallel to xx. Oh, this is the base. This axis is parallel to base. Then happy case. Why? BH cube by 36. I told you, see. 300 into 240 cube divided by 36 is Ig plus area half into 300 into 240 is the area into from centroid to xx. This distance square is 298.514. This is no problem. 514 minus, see, from here to here we want this full distance minus this distance is 2/3 of 240 minus 2/3 of 240. See, I never tell 2/3. I tell 2/3 or 2/3. See, 2/3, 1 by half or 1/4 is wrong. You tell 1/3 or 1/3. 1/4 or 1/4. Don't tell 1/4. This one square. Suppose you'll ask, you are studying which year, which semester? You tell semester 2 or second semester. Don't tell semester second. Okay. Over. This is Ix. I am not interested in answer. Answer will come in 10 to the power 6 millimeter power 4. You know this answer. Last class, what we got, 100% same answer. I don't remember the answer now. I am not interested also. See, because Xx is not the problem. Problem is YY. See, taking single triangle for Xx there is no difficulty. Because why? Because BH cube by 36 for both together. Trouble or confusion comes when you want I about see its own centroidal axis here. Therefore, Xx is no problem. Xx is actually very happy case. Happy case. So, here 2 parts or 3 parts does not matter. But 2 or 3 part matters for YY. For YY, you better go for 3 parts. But I will tell now for 2 parts. After the class is over, understand everything and then store in the mind and leave it. Next class onwards, if such a situation comes, you tell, no, I want 3 parts. Let him only do it. So don't do it. This is only as a challenge I am doing. Okay, over. Now, I about YY. I will write in front of you only. Now, I about YY. See, I about YY. Write. Something you have to write here. See, later, problem is there. Only as a challenge or just to show that it is possible, and also people who are interested in learning more concept, their level of knowledge will increase. So, write, but write later, write here, not now. Write later. Finally decided, no. Right. Later, write, no. We decided, finally decided, 3 parts is the best one. So this is only for today for understanding purpose I am telling. Or if someone told me, see, if you want XX, no problem, sir. But if you want YY, you have to divide into 3 parts. No, I told I will do 2 parts. Okay, start. First for rectangle. I already wrote because this is already known for you. See here, I about its own centroidal axis. 250 into 300 cube divided by 12 plus area. 300 into 250 is the area into this distance square is 156.486 minus 300 by 2 whole square. IG plus AH square. IG plus AH square. This is already over 7-8 times now. Waste of time. Okay. Now the most critical part. This is for rectangle 1. Now for triangle. See. Now we are writing for 2. What I am writing here is for 2. For 2. 1 minute. Yes, is for 2. This is the complication. Okay, 1 minute. Little space problem there. Okay. What I am writing here is for 2. For 2, right, that is full triangle. What all I dictate you write. What is the formula? Formula is C. IG plus area into H square. Space problem is there. 1 minute. Okay, I will manage it here. IG, space problem may come. Okay, I'll write. Okay, area I can write here only. IG plus this is IG. Little more space required. So because complication is there. Okay, 1 minute. Not a big complication. See, formula is what? First is IG. See, IG formula is IG plus A square. First you require IG term. IG means what? Moment of inertia about its own centroidal axis. See here, parallel to YY, this axis. To understand, I will write it as small YY. Small YY to understand. See, that small YY is here. See, small YY, not capital YY. I'll use small YY. Its own centroidal axis. Oh, no, there is no formula, nothing. What you do is, see, make a note. For a right angle triangle, see, if the base is B, I wrote here, if the base is B and height is H, you know earlier, don't worry centroid, I about base is parallel base into height cube by 12. Moment of inertia about the base for a triangle is same as moment of inertia about centroidal axis for a rectangle. This I will tell in the class for computer examination. I for a triangle about centroid is BH cube by 36 for right angle triangle. If you want about YY axis, HB cube by 36. But some examination, computer examination, they ask, what is I about base for a triangle? I about base for a triangle is base into height cube by 12. It is not, see, it is not 36 because it's not centroidal axis. So always parallel into perpendicular cube. See, when you want I here, parallel is B into H cube by 36. If you want I about this axis, it is H into B cube by 12. Sorry, not 36, 12. This note you require. You make a note here. Now do one thing. If you want, see, IG, IYY, first you find I about this axis, ICD. How? See, for this triangle, I about this axis is 240 into 210 cube by 12. See, 240 into 210 cube by 12, side by side, plus one more is there, plus one more is how much? Side by side. See, that is for this side. See, I about the CD is 240 into 210 cube by 12, plus again 240 into 90 cube by 12. 240 into 90 cube by 12. This is your I about CD. If this is I about CD, but we want I about this axis. So, by parallax theorem, see, I about any axis equal to IG plus A square. If you want about any axis which lies outside centroid, formula is I about centroidal axis plus AH square. But here, this axis CD is outside axis. See, you can write here. If you want I about CD, it is IG plus AH square. Therefore, your IG will become I about CD minus AH square. Remember, if you send from centroid, if you go to any other axis, it is plus AH square. Whereas from any other axis, if you come to centroid, it is minus AH square. See, now because this is I about CD, it is not centroidal. See, I about remember once again, I about any axis equal to I about centroidal axis plus AH square. So if you want I about centroidal axis, it is I about any axis minus AH square. So right now, minus area. The full area is half into 300 into 240 is the area into, I won't use red color now, into, see, this distance square from centroid to this axis is 210 minus 170. 210 minus 170 whole square. When I complete this one, what I get now? See, now this term is, see, this full term is I about this YY axis. Its own centroidal axis. From outside you are coming here. So we are still here. Now do one thing. We got I about this axis. Now we want about capital YY. When you want about capital YY, once again plus area half into 300 into 240, space problem is there, into some distance square, our red square now, see, plus area into, okay, I'll do one thing now. This I can remove that one, so I can continue. This I will remove, because it is not required now. I already explained. Okay. Plus, see, plus area into, now your red color will come, into, see, from centroid to here, this distance square is from here to this axis is 156.486, or you do from that side, See, this is 143.514 from here to here. 143.514, subtract this distance. That distance is, see here, where is it? 130. So it is 143.514. See, this distance we want, see, this distance square. So this distance minus from here to G2, from there to G2 is 130 minus 130 whole square, close the bracket. So this is your, see, now this full term is your IG plus A into H square. I will ask the students, H square, do you want? They will tell, no sir, we do not want it. Then better not go for it. Finally decide. 3 parts means by this time 20 questions you would have solved. See, after explaining all this, by this time, if you divide into 3 parts, you would have solved that 3 parts 10 times. Therefore, okay, anyway, now calculate the answer. Remember, I have not noted down the answer. Somewhere I note down here. I will calculate once again, no problem. Not a big issue, calculation. I'll start from here. 240 into 210 cube plus 240 into 90 cube divided by 12 minus half into 300 into 240 into 210 minus 170 square, that is IG, plus half into 300 into 240 into bracket 143.514 minus 130 close square equal to plus rectangle plus 250 into 300 cube divided by 12 plus 250 into 300 into bracket 156.486 minus 150 close square divided by 10 to the power 6. 714.4297 714.4297 298 10 to the power 6 millimeter power 4. I remember yesterday I wrote this full number on the board. I told you some reason. This is the reason. See, exactly, perfectly tallying. I remember this number now, 714. I made a note somewhere, I don't know where. Somewhere I made a note of the answer, but I don't know. Any paper? No paper. Okay, I think I have to open the YouTube class. Leave it, I got confidence. Okay, this is correct. 714 I remember. This answer. So what you do is, see now, this is all complications. See here. If you want I about this axis, first you want about this axis. To get about that axis, you get about this axis, outside axis, use reverse parallaxis theorem. I about this axis equal to Ig plus A, this G, don't see red color now. This Ig plus A square, or from outside axis I minus A square, this square will give I about this axis, then I about this axis plus this distance square. First you apply reverse parallaxis theorem, then proceed further to regular parallax theorem. Then I will ask you, do you want it? No. 100% no. Divided by 3, okay. So advisable not to go for such things. Okay, now, just a minute, I wanted to tell something, I forgot now. Just a minute. Yes, I remembered. By chance, if somebody tells me, you are using a property that moment of inertia about the base, see, about for a triangle, see, about the base here or here is BH cube by 36 or H cube by 36. Suppose someone will tell us, don't use that one. It is not about center of the axis. Then can you do? Still I can do. But remember, this time I will not waste time. I will not explain much. Those who understand it. See, or one more alternative is there. See, to get I about this axis, see, if you want I about YY, see, first I about its own YY. See, this is nothing but your I about its own YY. Green Y, small YY. So, if you got difficulty, there is one more approach. See, for 2. I will write here, but don't worry too much about it. It is not wrong. See, 1 minute. See here. This G2 is centroid for entire triangle. Suppose I take only this triangle, centroid is 2/3 of 210 and 1/3 that will be somewhere here. See, it will be somewhere here. This is G2 for the entire triangle. See, G2 for the entire triangle. If I by chance take only this right angle triangle, its G2 will be somewhere here. See, centroid here. 2/3, 1/3 of 210. And for this triangle, see, for this triangle, see, its centroid will be somewhere here, 1/3 or 2/3. Still you can do it. See what I am doing now. This is to, I am not writing all this to show my power, but you better understand what level I can go. See, I will first write, I want I about YY. See, I want IG, I about red YY equal to I about this YY plus AH square. See, AH square is already there. But to get this IG, what I did, I found I about this axis, then reverse parallaxis theorem minus AH square add-on. Or one more alternative, I will not explain much. I will first write I about, see, don't see this G2, its own YY for this side triangle. 210, I about YY, 240 into 210 cube by 36. 240 into 210 cube by 36 is I about, see, this axis plus area into I want about this axis, this distance square. Why? I about its own axis is here. See, this square is 170, thus area is half into 170, half into 210. Half into 210 into 240 is the area into, see, from this centroid is where I told about this axis. From centroid here is this distance square is 170 minus 2 by 3 of 210. 210 whole square. That is I about this axis for this triangle, plus this everything is single term, plus I about this axis we want. First I about its own axis for this triangle is how much? 240 into 90 cube by 36. 240 into 90 cube by 36 plus half into 90 into 240 is the area into, see, from this centroid to here, this distance square is 130 minus 2/3 of 90. 130 minus 2/3 of 90 whole square. Okay, this full will give you, this will give you your I about this YY plus, okay, we got I about this YY plus area into this distance square, same as that one. Let me check this answer also. No, honestly I am checking. I am not telling, I am not cheating you. 240 into 210 cube plus 240 into 90 cube divided by 36. Okay. Plus half into 210 into 240 into bracket 170 minus 2 by 3 of 210 square plus half into 90 into 240 into 130 minus 2 by 3 of 90 close square. I got some answer. Then plus half into 300 into 240 into bracket 143.514 minus 130 close square. I got some answer. Plus 250 into 300 cube divided by 12 plus 250 into 300 into 156.486. Slowly I am doing. Minus 150 close square divided by 10 to the power 6. I am not looking at the board. 714.4297298. Yes. Yes. Okay, over. Remember, finally right. See, I don't feel bad. No. We do not want these complications. Some will tell students, sir, this is for you, sir, not for us. Or remember, not for self-boosting. See what level I can go, I have shown you. So if you learn everything, mechanics, later, strength of materials, lot of things are there to learn, RCC, steel, etc. Your knowledge, I will see that you get tremendous knowledge. But one thing, seriously, you have to go through each and every class. I am observing so many people are watching for only 1 minute or 2 minutes. I think I got a doubt. People are downloading to save the data, because if they watch as it is, someone told, sir, I saw that class, sir, 10 times, somebody told me, sir, I saw it some 10 times, sir, everything is clear to me. Then I checked the YouTube. It is showing what time of, not a what time, some 1 minute or 2 minutes is showing. I told him how. But if you show that class was around 1.5 hour class. 10 time means it should show 15 hours what time. Then he told, no, sir, I downloaded. Sir, 10 times means data problem. So what I do, I download immediately. Once I download, you can see any number of times without spending data. Okay, I don't blame. I agree. See, modern time, if you got a Wi-Fi facility, you can see any number of times. But otherwise, limited data means you have to be careful. Data sometimes becomes extra data is costlier. Regular data will come as per something like 1.5 GB, 2 GB, etc. But if you watch this class clearly for hours together with the clarity more, like 720 or at least 480, your data will 1 hour if you see, it will give half GB. So I agree. Okay, done, no problem. But important is what people should go through. And remember, once you understand the person who is teaching, how serious he is and what dedication he is showing and what is in my mind, I told in my mind is what entire structural engineering, teach for entire world. One fine day it will come, I know it. Slowly it will spread. People will understand the value of this class. If not today, tomorrow. If not tomorrow, next month. If not next month, next year. So therefore I tell you always share to maximum people. Don't keep the knowledge with yourself. Let everybody get benefit. So that is one request from my side. Because when I see that more and more people are watching and when they subscribe, I feel yes, otherwise what happens is less views means or less watch time means I feel this much trouble I am taking and people are not watching fully. Of course they are watching. So many have sent me a photo of the laptop where my screen will be a screen. They will write everything and prepare it. Okay, dedicated people are there. So, but see, whatever complication is there, I always make very simple. This is only to show you that it is possible. That's why title, see, what I cannot decide a title now, I'll write something there for people who are interested in more concept. Otherwise, don't go. Don't go means, don't go through this class. Okay. Next class we will meet. Today's class is somewhat unofficial. Thank you.